Hi everybody, I'm Brent Lee here with the StokerCon 17 video squad, speaking tonight with author JohnnyWorthen, best-selling, award-winning author of Beatrysel, Eleanor the Unseen, and many, many others. Thanks for taking the time tonight, Johnny.
Hello. How you doing, Brent?
I'm very well. You are doing a workshop with Horror University at StokerCon.
What?
I hope this isn't news to you. And
Oh.
the workshop will be called, I'm told, Mistakes Were Made. Now, if this was a workshop you were going to be doing, what would that sort of cover?
Well, I would probably come around the angle of an idea of the advanced editing moment. Somebody asked me, why are there never any classes about advanced editing? And I thought about this for a while, as I might, and I realized that advanced editing doesn't exist because there comes a moment when editing changes into style. And that's not to say there aren't right and wrong answers, but at a certain point, it just becomes how you choose to do the language. If you're good enough, you can break the rules, but there are still rules. And so what mistakes were made is basically all the little idiosyncratic modern mistakes. I have to put that in quotes. Mistakes that are made by new authors that I've run into as a acquisitions editor for Omnium Gatherum and just for my own studies and my own writing. Mistakes that can be corrected to improve the flow of the text. Does that make sense? And so the idea is, mistakes were made. Obviously, it's a passive term, and that's one of the things we have to look at are things that could be fixed, that aren't wrong in and of themselves, but could be improved with a stylistic adjustment. How's that? Yeah, I like that. You play with that. That's what I might talk about. I would make it along the lines of a group critique where people would use actual examples where they would correct them, where they would read an actual example that I have gleaned from my copious experience, and they would see if they could identify what particular mistake is being made with each of the passages. I would give them a chance to look at the text, make the adjustment themselves, and then as a class we would discuss what we did. I would show how I fixed it in my editing, and we will discuss how it works and why, and if it is a mistake. I might throw in a couple of ringers, actual famous published books which break these rules but get away with it, and we can discuss how it's done. It'd probably be a good 2-hour class if I were to teach this, and it would be full of anecdotes and good times, tears, laughter, new friends, love, the usual. It'll be good.
Kind of like acrobatic display or exhibition, possibly.
I was thinking of juggling fire. I have these balls, these oily rags that I keep around with me at all times, keep them over by the fireplace. And I thought I could bring those and finally ignite them and play. I don't juggle, but I figure if I have flaming rags in my hands, I bet I'll learn quick. So what we'll do, well, maybe the snakes aren't so bad. I got to keep an open mind to the snakes. I will look at the snakes. All right. Because I'm not sure I can get the goat on the plane. And I'm not sure what the rules are on the Queen Mary for bringing goats or snakes.
I gotta think there's goats to be found in California. I don't know if you have to bring your own. You can probably find some.
Yeah, but I don't know. If you go down to Venice Beach, they're going to be like top dollar. I figure I could save some bucks by bringing some goats of my own. Oh, but it's still early. We can tell. But I might have been working on this presentation for a while. It was born out of an idea from our own League of Utah Writers conferences, where we have a summer prequel for our fall conference, and we had one specifically on editing, and it was very well received, and people really reacted to the exercises, not just lectures, actual exercises with a theme to it, and we didn't have many of those, so I'm expanding that, and the idea is to make everybody a better writer and to get through the slush pile. It just improves your writing, just knowing what some of these common mistakes that are out there that were once novel, but now it's like, really, this again, mistakes were made. We can fix them. It's all right. It's all gonna be good. Anyway, so that's what that's gonna be. And I'm going to be haunting the halls of the of Stoker Con, talking horror and writing to anybody who'll listen, because horror is the horror is the cutting edge of fiction. If someone doesn't know what to do with your work, they're going to put it into horror, in my opinion. And I just taught a class on this the other day. It's a group of high school kids. You know, they were interested because they're writers, which is like the best. And I mentioned that one of the magic things about a horror book that you don't get in many other genres, or any other genres, is the idea that when you pick the book up, you really have no idea what's going to happen. You have no promises that the book will end well. All bets are off, and that is why horror, to me, is such an exciting genre. You know, it's why I'd say 90% of my short stories are always horror. Can you say 90% is always? Anyway, 90% of my horror stories tend to be short stories. That didn't work out either. 90% of my short stories are horror because I like the exploration and the surprises, because short stories very much like the twists ending, you know. And my novels, many of my published novels are also horror. I sense a theme here. Okay. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do at Horror University. I think I'm number 16 or 17. Sign up now. It'll be awesome. You'll enjoy it. I've come in dashing tie-dye. You get extra points if you wear tie-dye. And these points are later transferable into Reddit karma, when, you know, you can spend that like green stamps. So it's good to come. You'll have a good time.
Well, Johnny, I really appreciate you taking the time to stop by, and we'll be hoping to make it to your workshop at StokerCon. Mistakes were made.
It'll be a lot of fun. It'll be good. Bring your snakes, goats, fireballs, everything you've got. It'll be great.